It was fully my intention to be back here at 5 o'clock Central and do this reading. Guess what? Didn't happen. Thought I had plenty of time. We got to the gym about 2:45, worked out. Then we met our friends there, decided to do a little bit of grocery shopping, more or less, and ended up at 2 stores. And here we are. We came back about 15 minutes ago. So you just never know, right? But everything's good. Today, the subject is, I am worthy. The first quote is from, let's make this a bit bigger, Gabrielle Bernstein, who's an American author, and she's a motivational speaker. And she's a best-selling author, yeah. She says, true abundance isn't based on our net worth. It's based on our self-worth. True abundance isn't based on our net worth. It's based on our self-worth. And Ernest Holmes, for him, relatively short quote says, love is a feeling. Faith is the key to use this feeling. Love has nothing in it that could hurt anything. Faith has nothing in it that could deny any good. This is the starting point, a love that cannot hurt and a faith that will not be denied. So what does Reverend Jim have to say? And why did he use those quotes? Here we go. He says, from studying metaphysical principles, we all know, all the ones who have studied it know, of the expression, as within, so without. This means that whatever we express in our lives begins within us. We cannot behave in ways that exist in opposition to our deepest beliefs, and especially our deepest inner beliefs. We can use willpower to behave somewhat differently for a time, but unless we also change our inner beliefs, our behavior will revert once our willpower ceases. I'm going to come back to this. The most important aspect of our inner belief systems is our acceptance of ourselves as worthy of good. This is directly connected to our beliefs about spirit as benevolent, as being love itself, as knowing its creation is worthy. From this foundational belief, we can then develop a belief in our own worthiness. He goes on to say, I cannot demonstrate an abundance of good if I do not believe I'm worthy of that good. I may manifest abundance, but it will be an abundance of negativity, poverty, and problems. I'm going to come back to this. When I realize and accept my own worthiness, I affirm it in every area of my life, so I continue to possess a sufficiency of good. In this way, I create a life of possibility, of joy, and of enough, or enoughness, if you like. So when he says, as within, so without, metaphysical principle, it's simply saying in another way, it's done unto you as you believe. So your inner belief systems will manifest in the external world. And if things are not manifesting, that means your inner belief system is not in alignment with what you consciously want. So what actually drives things is our belief. And our belief, as you know, is thought plus feeling. And he says the most important aspect of our inner belief systems is our acceptance of ourselves as worthy of good, which kind of speaks for itself. If you don't think that you're worthy of something good in your life, and he's talking here about at a subconscious level, then yes, it's not going to happen, because you cannot accept something in your life if you're at a subconscious level. you don't think you're worthy to accept it. In other words, you've got to be, in a simple sense, you've got to be open to accepting it. You've got to be open to accepting it. When he says, I can't demonstrate an abundance of good if I don't believe I'm worthy of that good. And then he says, I may manifest abundance, but it will be an abundance of negativity, poverty, and problems. Well, that's not necessary. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think if you don't believe you're worthy of a good, you will not demonstrate it. I think you will demonstrate in your life what your inner belief systems are. And if your inner belief system is negative, is surrounded in negativity, and it's focused on poverty and problems, yes, that's what you will get. So I don't want to link together a demonstration of abundance as good and bad. I think you manifest in accordance with your inner beliefs. And if that's how he wants to express it, fine, but it's not how I would express it. Similarly, when he gave us affirmations, he gave us one that was, to my mind, a negative affirmation, so I zapped it. The ones that are left are good. He says, I'm one with spirit. I am one with spirit. In other words, I'm an expression of spirit. Spirit is all there is. Therefore, I'm an expression of it. I'm one with spirit. Couldn't be otherwise. Then he says, I affirm this truth as I realize my own worthiness for all good things. So I affirm that I'm an expression of spirit, and just by virtue of that, I'm worthy of all this. So where does all this leave me? I am worthy. I think it just boils back down to the fact we are worthy simply because we're expressions of the all. And that's it, pure and simple. I'm worthy because I'm an expression of everything that is. I am an expression of spirit here. You are an expression of spirit here. Everybody is. Everything is an expression of spirit, but doing it in different ways. Even a rock is an expression of spirit, but it's just being a rock. You know, every single thinking being is an expression of spirit. You can kind of see that. The trees are expressions of spirit. Everything is, because if there really is only one, then everything you see is an expression of that. And by virtue of that, it's worthy. You know, a rose bush, if it could think, I don't think would entertain any idea that it wasn't worthy. It would just, it's a rose bush, and it would exist as a rose bush, and it would know that it's a rose bush. It's only when we human beings, and maybe other creatures out there, I don't know, you know, who knows? We keep bragging or claiming that we're the only beings on this planet who can do what we're doing, which is actually to have abstract thought. That's not true. Other beings have abstract thought. Can they also manifest like we do? The answer is we don't know. We just don't know. But since we can, we work with that. We believe it, we accept it, and it works. I've seen demonstrations. Lots of you have seen demonstrations. It works. And I'm worthy. So it is a good idea to work on the worthiness. So one of my affirmations will be, I'm worthy. Because I'm an expression of spirit, I am worthy. I'm worthy of all good things. I'm one with spirit, and I'm worthy of all good things. So I personally would build that into my affirmations. As I said before, you'll realize we're saying the same thing in different ways, and we're looking at different nuances of the same thing. Worthiness doesn't always come up, but it's obviously a part of the whole bargain. Lots of people have got a low self-esteem, and they don't think they're worthy, but in different areas. Somebody may think they're worthy of being a great athlete, but they're not worthy of having a really good house to live in. You know, it's probably not a good idea to group everything together. It's just like we all have different personalities and we behave in different ways in different circumstances, right? It's true. You know, when I was boss at work, I behaved differently than I do at home or that I did it at church or with my animals. You know, we all behave differently in different circumstances and we all think we're worthy of different things. So, what do you think? What is your take on all this? So, in the meantime, Reverend Lisa is traveling. I don't know what time she'll be on tomorrow. I'm sure she'll make her very best effort to be on at 9:30 Central. I'm not even sure she's in Central time zone. Actually, she could be in Eastern time zone. I don't know. But anyway, so one thing you can guarantee is both Reverend Lisa and I will do our very best to broadcast every single day as we have done since the beginning of the pandemic. You can also guarantee one thing, that if things get in the way and we're not able to broadcast, we'll make up for it. Like when all power goes down and we can't even use our cell phones, somehow or other we'll make up for it. Like I do believe I went to Starbucks one time when the power was out. So, and the other thing is, our service was today. Go to Creative My Spiritual Center's Facebook page, tune in. If you don't look at the whole service, fine, just look at Reverend Jesse's talk. But if you do that and you miss out the meditation at the beginning, you'll miss something. So, but it's up to you. It's all there. So our job is to help you be a better who you are. And that's our focus, is to help ourselves and you be better people and to help the world become a better place to live in. A world that works for everyone. So until next time, namaste.